Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and I'm going to start cleaning up the tests for range and see if I can get the work done for it for this one thing, story, issue. We've already done this, sort of this, not this, and we need to update the tests. Obviously, you would do that always. So I'm just going to update the test right now for the changes we've made. Hopefully these will all be true. If not, oh well. Of course, now that we have a struct in play, this no longer makes sense. I think that's what's telling me is that, yeah, so these really don't matter anymore. Hash codes are fine. Check containment. I'm going to change that to contains. And then we'll say here, contains with range. Okay. So we have 3 exclusive. 5 would be in there, 3 would be in there, and 10 wouldn't. 3 wouldn't, and 20 wouldn't. Okay. And I've noticed in videos I've been recording that instead of me saying which I sometimes do say, I actually do edit it out of the videos as much as I can where it isn't too jarring to move it. But I've also noticed I say, okay, a lot. So I need to get rid of that word as being my filler word. Okay, so contains with range. What is this complaining about? Oh, that's right. We don't do this. We took this out. But now that I'm thinking about this, if you said 310, that would be true. Like 02 wouldn't. 14 wouldn't, 214 wouldn't, 310 would because, and 49 would. 310 would because it is contained, even though they're exclusive, it is, well, is it strictly contained within it? We were saying with an inclusive end, it was. So an exclusive end would be the same thing. I'm now talking myself into putting this back in. So, which is fine. This is all about arguments with yourself. Right? Right. Yes. Okay. So I could look. Yeah. Because I haven't compare with unmodified. And I would say in here somewhere, I have the contains and the contains. There we go. So you're coming back. It's coming back, baby. Though I don't like this definition. It worked before because contains, well, I removed it already, but contains here, I think was saying it could be less than or equal to the value. And that's not true. This has to be exclusive. But if you're doing a range, we would want to say value start is greater than or equal to this dot start and the value end has to be less than or equal to this dot end. I think that makes more sense if you're looking at it as a range comparison than if you're doing it as a t comparison. T is just a value. Do you exist within the range? This is a range. Do you exist within that range? And yeah, it's a slightly different definition. So we'll keep this. 49 would be, 310 would be, 02, nope, 1, nope, that, nope. Because that's actually all encompassing, but it's not within. Create range or start less than, that's perfectly fine. This actually will now throw an exception, if I remember right. Yes. So, and less than start, assert throws. Does it throw an argument exception? Yes, it does. You know, I've already published the Advent of Code 2022 wrap-up, but I just thought of this. I was working on day 11 today, and that one was a reminder that your inputs need to be good. So, yeah. Okay, so why are you not saying, I don't know why it doesn't need one editor config to rule them all. And now we need a checkpoint and equal to. So this would be 3 and 3. You can't do this either because that makes no sense. Okay. See, I said it again. Check to string. This is that now. And let's make it like 6. It just makes me feel better, you know? Just makes me feel good. Create range with end equaling start. Well, we've already done that, and that don't work. Get intersection. Okay, so now we're getting into the test that I deleted. So I had to go back here and do a get intersection. Yeah, so I had a 3, 6 and a 5, 8. And I'm saying start is equal to 5. I don't care. I don't know why. I actually like using Edge. Maybe it's bad, maybe it's good. I don't really care. It's funny, I mentioned something that Discord has an issue now. It seems like only on Edge where it doesn't let you post links. You have to go to a text editor, like Notepad, put the link in there, and then paste it from there, and then it works. I don't know why. And I mentioned that on Mastodon, and some of you responded with, maybe get a better browser, or are you just too lazy to find something better? And I just blocked them right away. Like, I don't have the patience or the time for people like this. So anyway, I was like, that pops up sometimes. I'm like, stop it, go away. I don't want to see all that junk showing up. Okay, stop complaining. So intersection start. Why is this? Oh yeah. Value. There. This is basically saying, I know it is a value. So shut up, go away. So we do say 5 and 6. Okay. Now we say 3, 6, 5, 8. Oh, and that should be 5, 6. Right. Why are you not complaining here? Why are you complaining up here? Nullable type. What, do I actually have to say that? Yes. Thank you, I guess. We would not have... Oh, yeah. So we say dot value. Right, because I think that was with no intersection. 3, 6, 7, 8 is null. This would actually... Huh. I'm surprised I did this. There is no intersection here. If you were giving me a 3 and a 6, and again, these are the tests from when I was doing it off of the extension tests for... Wait. Am I looking at the right thing? This is from January 19th, yeah. And I'm saying range tests. Where were you coming from? Spackle test. Range extension tests. Oh boy. I think I was looking at... Oh, because I had intersection on that one, and oh yeah, okay. Back up the bus. We're going to have to check all these things out again. Those are all fine. I think the contains, we said were fine. What's those? Contains, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Get intersection. We have a 3, 6, 5, 8. What are you telling me? 5, 6. Right? Yes. Because 5 is there, and the end is the intersection. The only thing is 5. That's an exclusive end 6. That makes sense. And then we have... Oh, those are just the start and end values, where I'm passing those in explicitly. The ranges reversed should give us the same thing. Intersect with no intersection 3, 6, and 7, 8 would give null. 3, 6, 6, 8. We were saying it should give a 6 and a 6, but I don't agree with that. I think that's actually wrong. Because you're saying here, this is actually 3, 4, 5. This has 6, 7. There's no intersection there. This would also give you assert that range is null. Okay, and then we wouldn't do that either. There is no null argument anymore, so that doesn't happen. Let's go down to the unions. We'll skip the partitions for now. 3, 6, 4, 10. We're saying 3, 10. Yes, that makes sense. That value. 4 and 10. 3 and 6, that'd be 3 and 10 again. Yep. I agree. 1, 10, 3, 6, it should be 110. Yep. Sometimes the IntelliCode suggestion is actually what I want, but it comes up just, I see it, but too slow that I start typing and I then can't get it back. And that's one thing that I find a little annoying about this. Okay, union where target defines definition. See, like there. Now I know that. Save some time. 3, 6, 7, 10 would give a null. You don't have a null argument in this case. And so now we're getting to the partitions. Partition bytes with even distribution. Now this is going to be important because when I get to the doubles of floating point types, it will matter what I'm putting in here. So I think this would be 50. This would be 100. This would be 150. And this would be 200. Okay. This would be 250, 500, 750, and 1000. Okay. Now we have the uneven distribution one. So even distribution, uneven distribution. This is where I'm saying 1, 2. Now it would be 50,000. And that does matter up here that I want to say this is 1,000 and 200. One thing I've decided that the next stuff I'm going to work on is in Transpire, get back to analyzers and code fixes and refactorings. And one of them is to, like, I don't think you'll see that here. Introduce, like, fixed formatting. Well, that doesn't really help. Introduce constant. That would just do that. Introduce parameter. Convert to binary. Okay, that's not helpful. Convert to hex. I mean, if you wanted to be hex, that would make sense. Separate the, oh. Yeah, you already have that. Hold on, let me add this. Okay, so I did a couple things here. It does have the separate thousands, but it doesn't offer it across all of the things. And what I would want to do is say, if the value doesn't have the separations in them, whether it's a constant, whether it's an inline value, whether it's a local assignment, you know, whatever they are, change it to say put separators. But then it would, see, I can't remember. I'm just blanking. If we're refactoring, it only works on the thing you're looking at. And I think that's why this doesn't work. What you could do is have an analyzer that's a suggestion and say, hey, but then for all the cases where the code fix would kick in, it would do it for everywhere. And so is it, you know, an analyzer is telling you, hey, there's a diagnostic, but it's just a suggestion. It's not, you know, and that's the level I would leave it at. So anyway, I had to put this in before I forgot. Okay, so back to the stuff. So we have here, we've changed these so that that's correct, 50, 100, okay, and that's correct. Okay, so now we need to say 1 to 50,000 because that's what we had before. Ascending range, uneven distribution, and we say 7. So this is 1744, but that makes, so yeah, we just need to take these and put them in here. Whoops. Hey. Watch your copy paste. There. And that's all we need, because I think the rest of these are like with ascending range and descending range, and we don't care about those. And range two. Well, yeah, actually here, I think we would want to have partitions tests where we're potentially doing that. And we would never let this happen anyway. Like, we would never do that on ours. So we would want to have in here these tests, but let's clean them up a little bit. So we want to say here, new range of int. That'd be kind of cool to have. I want to make a range of int based off of range. Like if you had a range, you could give it to me, I guess. And then that would look like you're doing a range. But that could also be a little bit confusing. I don't know if I want to get that cute with it, because then that's only one case of one data type. I think I'm going to hold off on that one. I don't know. Is that what we're doing? That's not supported exception. I said, yeah, thank you. And then there wouldn't be a parameter self here, because it's not, it's 2. I mean, it's, well, the number of partitions. I don't know why I ever call them ranges. I don't know, maybe it makes sense, but the number of partitions. And if I did make it an argument exception, that actually makes it funny. But it's not ranges, it's this. Number of partitions, okay. And so then here we say new range of int 1, comma 2. And I think this is saying, yeah, with negative partition size, which we're basically saying is just -1. Oh, what did I, oh, that, okay. And then we need a case here where we say with 0. I can't talk when I misspell. 0. Yes. And I'm thinking mutation testing. It's in my mind for some reason today, that if I did actually reverse that, I want to capture both cases. Okay. And let's just make this a 5 just to say, hey, it's big enough. Yay. But this isn't. Because the range difference would be, again, this is where we would split. Okay, so I think I've covered everything. Partitions. Let's see what breaks. 19 failed. Oh my. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is actually good, because you can't do this. We want to say here 3, make that 4, because and these don't matter. But again, here, yeah, check hash code. That's got to be a 2, 2, and 3. Okay. Contains. Why is this barking? 3 passed, 2 failed. Of course. Wait, why is it 3? Did I start? Oh my God. Maybe that's why everything is going completely bonkers. Hopefully I have less failing this time. Yeah, it's only 2 failing now, so that's better. That's much better. Okay, what's failing? Of course, the partitions. Partition when number of ranges. Oh, that's just an exception thing. So if we go down to partition here. Yeah, we were saying this should be that. Okay. And then this is right. Yes, that's actually correct. That was my fault. One failed. We're getting there. The number. We expect it to be an argument exception. Except we're not giving the argument exception here. I usually am not this picky about exceptions and checking them and are they correct and everything, but in this case, I am being picky. Okay, let's run all the tests, and they all pass. So we're going to commit this. This is... Well... I should have a rule that I'm never allowed to change anything on the main branch of some of these stuff. That's okay. Well, it's not okay. I should have put this into a branch. I could stash it and put it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, we've constrained it to a number now. So the only thing I'd have to do at the end is, because we've done this, we have done this, but we need to change it so that the partition has a implementation for non-binary integers, floating point numbers. Yeah. Which is interesting. And I say it's interesting because number is compare number base, which has all of these things. So I think if I say something here like if t is I floating point, I don't care about the constants of t. Yeah, you don't like that. T is a type, which is not valid in the current context. You actually have to like say, is it assignable to? Yeah, but what I'm more curious about is if I hit this, it does derive from number. And I believe the same thing would be if I said I binary integer, or I binary number. I believe that also derives from I number. Yes. Base 2 format. Now, what is binary integer? What's the difference? I binary number. Because this has a little bit more on it than just I binary number. But I think if we do say I binary number, it's still a number, so is a floating point number, or a I binary number. So I think that's good. I'm not going to do that in this episode. That will be for the next one. I'll finish it out. It is, I may do one more tonight. I'm not sure. I'm getting a little bit tired, and either I would knock this out really fast or it would become a complete cluster. I don't know which one it is, so I may wait till actually doing this tomorrow or some other time in the future, but not now. Thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.